the founders of Testbirds, and today I'll give you a separate pitch or a different pitch. I will tell you the story about how 3 birds created a flock that's currently transforming the testing and quality assurance of digital products. So it was basically in 2011 when 3 birds, and one of them is myself, were hatched. And our goal was basically to become part of the massive digital transformation. And we noticed that a lot of new apps, IoT devices, and so on and so forth were thrown out to the market. But there was a big challenge on testing those devices. So who makes sure quality assurance and user experience is right? So soon we had a plan. We started with the so-called crowd testing with 3 services. And we launched that to help our products to focus on QA and UX. 6.5, 7 years later, we have transformed our portfolio into 20 and more services across all development stages. So we help our customers 24/7 with the availability of testers. But that was not enough. A few years later, we found the egg. And once this egg was hatched, it turned out to be a chameleon. So what is this chameleon? So this chameleon can turn its colors into 2.5 million combination of virtual machines, emulators, and real devices to support customers with manual testing and test automation. There's no maintenance needed as everything runs in the cloud. But again, the test chameleon, how we call it, or a small chameleon, was not enough. A few years later, 2 years ago, we started with the global real device network. So what is behind that? So every bird can contribute their mobile device into our cloud, and customers can access via our platform those devices. 24/7, globally, any kind of device, real device, smartphone, tablet, and so on and so forth. In the very early days, we were thinking on how can we manage such a big community of testers that we call birds. So we started to build the nest. The nest is the core of our platform. It is the home of 300,000 testers and of 500,000 different devices, the so-called chameleon. But it's not only about the community and the 3 founders. We have now grown into a company of more than 100 birds, like full employees, based here in Munich, but also working in Europe, in Amsterdam, London, and Stockholm, with partners in other countries in Europe as well, and the US. So here you can see some of those 100 birds. It's not about only working hard, it's also about play hard, obviously. So this is one of our bird flyouts, which is our biannually company incentive. And in one of those company incentives, we started to form a unique culture within our zoo. So this is now called Orga 4.0, which is the heart of our company culture and lies on 4 principles on decision making. The decisions aren't always made top down. It's made by the people with the most relevant information. Transparency, that we share all data. We even share our investor reports that have been our best kept secret in the first years. That we have clear responsibilities and everyone is defining and living their responsibilities. And a pretty weird name to pronounce, evolutionary organization, we call it EvoOrg, which means incremental change that can be triggered by everyone in the company so that we don't have to run through major change projects. So who's in the crowd? The crowd, the community of birds, people working for us, earning money while testing, is 300,000 people. Globally distributed in 193 countries in the world, and they together have more than 500,000 devices and found more than 100,000 different defects, bugs, across different devices in thousands of testing projects for our customers. But we also work with other animals, and if you pay attention, all of those client logos have an animal in their logo. So we're working not only with those customers, but these are the ones that have an animal in the name or the logo. So our focus is on large companies that we support testing their applications, making their QA and their user experience better. In order to have a very flexible system when it comes to testing, because you start with a plan, and you start developing, and your plan is screwed, and you have to redo the whole strategy and plan of involving testing as well. We have developed our own currency that we call bird coins. So bird coins is kind of a testing credit pool that you can use and spend across our 20+ services for testing. So you buy them once and they're ad hoc available, and you can book them and use them through the Nest. When it comes to growth, and to throw out some numbers, obviously growth is very important for us as well. For example, our total revenue has grown by more than 400% in the last 4 years. We're aiming to get through the 10 million euro recognized revenue next year. And obviously to get there, we had to collect lots of energy, such as seeds, nuts, worms, and other bird feed. So in total, we have collected more than 12 million euros in funding to continue our growth and to scale the company further. And the future of our market is massive. We have a few numbers up here. There's one, and that's the most interesting number in my point of view, number missing, that was just released by Gartner. They say that the overall crowd testing market is currently only used by 5% of customers and companies. In 2022, so that's 3 years and something, it will be 50%. So 10 times the customers will be on the market for us, which is also supported by IoT trends and so on and so forth. So there's enough for us to do. Thank you for your attention, and that was Philipp from Testbirds.